What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Just gonna try to keep this video to the point. Just recently, there was a car meet here in Las Vegas, by Las Vegas Car Meets, which Michael, he's really cool, and another big Instagram car meet page in California. I think it's Big Bang Meets or something like that. So the meet was a really good turnout. There was a lot of people there. I was actually in Maui, so I wasn't there. I was planning on going to it. Because I personally wasn't there, I didn't actually hear about what happened until the aftermath, when all the footage and everything started coming out. After the meet was done, Las Vegas Car Meets put up a story saying this is the last time something like this is gonna happen. And I guess from the footage that I saw, there was burnouts, there was fireworks going on, apparently there were shootings going on. I doubt the last one. Being in Vegas is probably one of the worst places for it to happen because, well, I feel like everyone sees Vegas as a place that you can get away with it, or you can come here. I know for a fact that some car group came to Vegas in a convoy, and they came here and they were doing sideshows. They were basically trying to bring out that negativity in the community. Like, everyone was trying to go and watch these sideshows, and they were shutting down intersections like close to the Strip. And the problem with that is that now Vegas is starting to take action, and these few individuals that are coming here and doing that and going home and thinking everything's okay are going to be very, very wrong shortly. Things are going to change very shortly, and things are already actually changing right now, which is really scary and concerning for a lot of the people that, you know, like myself and a lot of my friends, that we go to track events and we do everything safely. So I'll read you this and I'll put it up on screen as well for you guys, but this is the result of what's going on now with all of these sideshows and all these people coming here to Vegas to do all of that kind of stuff and kind of like bring attention to themselves from the locals, so the locals start doing it. Things are going to start happening to those individuals that started acting up, and it's not going to be good. So let me read this off for you real quick. So Las Vegas police launch raid to crack down on dangerous drivers. Las Vegas police are launching a new task force to crack down on dangerous drivers. They held a virtual news conference Tuesday night. to unveil how they plan to step up enforcement. So drivers caught behind the wheel doing dangerous stunts on city streets should prepare to pay. Police say not only can dangerous drivers be arrested and have their car towed, now police will be reaching out to their insurance and letting them know they're a dangerous driver. So not only is this affecting the driver, like, I'm talking serious charges as far as like your driver's license and like your registration, they're also going to get to your insurance. Once they go to your insurance, your premium is going to shoot way high, and you might get dropped by insurance right then and there, and you might not be able to get insurance again from them or from any other insurance, because let me tell you, insurance companies are close, they communicate, and once your name has, you know, kind of been out there, it's going to be very hard for you to get a policy with any insurance company and have a good premium. So just bear in mind, just keep that in mind, right? Just keep that in mind. So these are criminal acts that are occurring, and we have had enough. We will go after you. You may not know when, you may not know how, but you will be arrested and will be cited. And this is the words of Sergeant Russ Bybee, which I believe he is the main police officer in charge of the task force. There were people I thought were going to get hit and run over. It was so terrifying, said Carrie Seitz, which I believe was a bystander. 4 cars did donuts in an intersection on New Year's in Seitz Northwest Valley neighborhood near Cheyenne Avenue and the 215 Beltway. So on screen I'll put exactly where this was in Vegas. Seitz, the witness, said despite calls to 911, the police didn't come. This is Lieutenant Daryl Rhodes saying this. With Las Vegas Metro. There has been an outcry. There has been a lot of people who have come to us for help, and I am here to let you know that we are doing something about it. In 2021, we had 151 fatals on our roadway, and that is unacceptable. We need to do something about that. Police are launching a new team to stop reckless driving behavior along with reckless speeding and DUIs. They are creating the Racing, Apprehension, and Intervention Detail, or RAID for short. You may not see us there, but believe me, we are continuing to work and apprehend these people that are endangering our community, which Rhodes says again. The team also plans to go out and personally meet with 2-time impaired driving offenders and warn them that a third DUI would make them a felon. You get two DUIs, the third one is a felony. Think about that, guys, a felony. Standing next to a van with hundreds of marks on it, Officer Mike Thiel said, "If you look at this van, you will start seeing all these hash marks. Since 2019, when the strike team was formed, we put a hash mark on this van to show how many arrests the strike team has made. If that doesn't show you that we have a problem with DUIs, I don't know what can." What I'm assuming is that RAID is going to get you for a DUI for any aggressive driving. So it's just going to be a DUI, which actually is worse than getting a aggressive driving ticket or like speeding or anything. A DUI is way worse. It's going to stay on your record and it's not going to look good for you at all. Like this, 3 DUIs is felonies, guys. 3 DUIs is a felony. Sites says she welcomes the creation of the RAID squad. "I am so relieved and appreciative. Thank you to Metro." She said she believes the focus on safety on the streets will make a difference in her neighborhood and throughout Las Vegas. Las Vegas police launched a new email address to address street racing or street takeovers, which is RAID, RAID, at lvmpd.com. They asked the public to send videos, pictures, and tips of the crimes of vehicles involved. Guys, that's happening here in Las Vegas. I can't even imagine what other states are going to start doing to mimic this in the future if this keeps happening. The reason why I want to do this video is because we just had a Vegas Drift event this last June 5th, which in the making of this video was yesterday. It hit me tonight. I'm worried about this. When we were at the event, I saw a group of people that was pitting right next to us, and all of them had Nissan 350Z chassis, like G35s and all that. So they all had those chassis, right? Like the new S chassis, basically. And all of them had the same sticker on the windshield. I saw my 350Z at the event. Obviously, it's new owner and everything like that, but I saw it, right? So I go up to the new owner. I'm like, "Hey," because I'm looking at the trunk I have for it still, right? Because that's a carbon fiber trunk. I walk up to him and I get his Instagram. I looked at his Instagram page, and as soon as I did, I saw what I didn't want to see. But this car group was destined for sideshows, and that hurt me. The reason why it hurt me is because I'm really glad that they're coming out to these Vegas Drift events, and they all had helmets and they all passed tech. So obviously, their cars are, well working condition, had all the things they needed to pass tech, right? What's making me really concerned though, I feel that they're going to learn how to drift, harness their like skills at Vegas Drift in a good event or a safe event, so to speak. And I fear that they're going to take that to the streets. Honestly, I'm really scared if that happens because, a lot of these guys are probably going to start trying to tandem. And sideshows as it is I can't even put in words how crazy and life-threatening they are. But if they start to get confidence enough to start tandeming with each other on these sideshows, like I couldn't even imagine how much more dangerous it's going to get, because not only might they crash into each other, also what I noticed is I was on main course. I saw a lot of the kids on main course from this group, or maybe it was a different group, but they all had 350s, right? Or G35s. It was kind of like they didn't know the etiquette, which I understand that these drivers are new. They're coming out to experience the event, but what I saw was, I know people have to learn, don't get me wrong, but what I saw was concerning. But this was like the first event I felt like someone was going to like wreck. at an event and not wreck into like a wall. Someone did actually, one of the 350s did wreck into a wall. The fact that these kids are coming out, which I'm really glad for, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited that they're taking the opportunity to come to these events and enjoy themselves and get out and like learn how to drift, which I think is awesome. I'm just worried that like these kids are going to ruin it for us. They didn't know to wait for each other, right? And I get it. When you're friends, you want to, you know, have fun and all that stuff. But with motorsports, you have to take fun and safety into consideration. Like, you can have as much fun as you want, but you have to maintain safety. Because if safety is compromised, fun's out the window. Like, fun's just gone. Like, fun's just, it's not there anymore. Like, it doesn't become fun. It becomes, you know, it becomes worrisome, because then other drivers don't trust you, or other drivers don't want to be out there with you, right? So that was one thought that went through my head that like I didn't think I was gonna have while I was out there, was wow, this is like, people were getting really close to hitting each other, spinning out. And I it's funny because one of my good friends, Greg, he had to talk to one of the guys, and it didn't happen again, which I'm really glad for. But the fact that these kids have to be talked to on the track and don't understand just, you know, common sense is kind of worrisome to me, right? So the point that I'm trying to get with this concern though is that I feel like these kids are going to learn how to drift, and they might get really good at it, which is awesome for them. Like, we're all excited for them, but I feel like they're going to take that next step and take it to the streets and take it to sideshows. And the problem with that, for me at least, is that not only are these kids going to get felonies, and they're going to get, you know, like their car impounded and insurance kicked off. And you might be asking me, Austin, why do you care? Why is this such a big deal? And let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or if you don't, if I'm just on a tangent, not knowing what I'm talking about, or if I'm onto something. Because if I'm onto something, then I'm really worried. But if I'm on a tangent, like, you know, making empty concerns, then I will feel very relieved. But let me down in the comments what you guys think about this. Raid Task Force is going to expand, where anyone doing anything car related. And let me tell you, this raid squad, they take your plates, they know who you are. They'll be outside your house. Right now is the prime. We are in the prime of competitive drifting in Formula Drift, the Euro Championship, and Formula Drift here in America. Like, the view is on us. Like, and a lot of the kids that grew up in that Fast and Furious era and the Need for Speed era, and all of us, like me included, are getting into cars and we're getting to modifying them, and we're having fun with them. And it's funny because I saw a TikTok the other day that said BMXers, skaters, and rollerbladers, how is the car scene going? All of the people came together because of skateboarding are now coming together because they're drifting, or they're doing some kind of motorsport track event. It's kind of the same thing. You get the same thrill, if that makes sense. The thing about that is, because it's growing so rapidly, we as a community need to grow it in the right light. Because if the bad light outshines the good light, then we're all going to have to pay for it. And it's going to be something that we're not all going to be okay with, we're not looking forward to. The car communities, like, it's amazing. Like, we all are low to the ground, making loud noises. Like, we're bringing attention to ourselves anyways. So why bring attention to ourselves in a bad light? Why not bring attention to ourselves in good light, right? We like to work with our hands, and we like to create stuff, and we like exciting cars that are fast and noisy. We can't be doing this to ourselves. We can't be shooting ourselves in the foot. I feel like if we do, that this prime that we're in is just going to go downhill, and we cannot have that happen. Because if everything works out right, the drift scene is going to be huge, but huge in a good way, where we're going to have competitions on virtual reality where, you know, we're tandeming, because it's happening already. So why not have everything that's happening already be in a good light, not a bad light? Because obviously bad light's going to happen, like sideshows are going to happen, you can't stop them. The thing that I am really hoping doesn't happen is I hope that the sideshow scene doesn't leak into the event scene at like Vegas Drift or AVS or Grange, at any track. My point is that we can't let this happen. As enthusiasts in this scene, we cannot have this happen. People that are just minding their own business, we're gonna be the ones that pay for it, right? And the people that aren't, doing the right thing, they're gonna get away somehow, because it always happens that way. So why give them the chance? Why let them do this to us, right? So I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys kind of got something from this video. I hope this helps. I hope this sheds some light on what could happen, because the reason why I want to make this video is I want you guys out there to be able to, make a difference. Make smarter decisions. Even if you're associated with sideshows, even if you're there and they catch you, that's a felony. And if you disagree with me, leave a comment down below if you disagree with me, because I can show you government websites that have all of these charges that you could accumulate, and they all are felonies. Like, there's no misdemeanors, it's all felonies. 151 fatalities, guys. Those are lives that were taken that could have been prevented. Think about that, guys. Are you gonna be so selfish to go out to these sideshows and to stop traffic, to make a fool out of everyone because you want to go viral? Don't get me started, guys, with your Instagram tags on your car, because that's literally evidence. We all have builds for a reason. We all want other people to follow our builds. We all want people to see what we did to the car and see our own taste, because everyone has a different taste in modifying their car, which, there's so many products, there's so many looks, there's so much customization that, is out there, which I think is amazing. Like, that is the coolest thing. We could literally do a Need for Speed build in real life, but that can also go in a way where if you're posting sideshow stuff on your Instagram account or on your Facebook or whatever, they're gonna be able to find out. The cops are not dumb, and let me tell you that. And if you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments down below. And anyone can do donuts and burnouts. I'm sorry. Anyone can. You put a student driver in one of those cars and turn the wheel full lock and give it gas and turn traction control off, they're gonna do donuts. It might not look good, they might be crying and freaking out, but the car will do its thing, because that's what cars will do. So it's not impressive. It's not. And if I lose subscribers over this video, I am totally okay with that, because the subscribers that I lose will be the ones that I didn't want to have anyways. And I'm hoping that this brings some kind of light to the situation, because even Larry Chan, Sung, and Dai all got together and made that video at Button Willow about track driving. It's become such a problem that even people in tuner enthusiast industry are taking notice, and when it gets to that point, something's wrong, that it's noticeable now, and that can't happen, guys. That can't. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was just all talking, but I think that this is such a super important topic to talk about that we need to have more discussions about it. So if you have anything to say at all, please put it down in the comments. I want to have a whole discussion about this. I want to know the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to know it all. And I want to talk to you guys about it, because the more we talk, the more information that's going to come out. You can make a difference. Each and every one of you out there watching this can make a difference. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. Let's get this video out into the public eye, because I want as many people to watch this as possible. And don't forget to like this video if you guys do, because we can reach a more powerful audience, which is definitely going to be what we want. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, guys, always stay positive, stay true, who you are. Shoots.